As you can see, I'm very pale. I'm not invisible, but sometimes I feel invisible. My name is Miriam. I'm a person with multiple invisible disabilities. I'm a real DSM-5 salad. In case you didn't know, the DSM-5 is the diagnostic manual that psychiatrists use to diagnose people. Over the last 15 years, countless mental health professionals and doctors have given me many diagnoses and labels. Sadly, there were a series of misdiagnoses, but some of the labels found a legitimate home with me. Here's the truth. I have severe OCD, treatment-resistant depression and anxiety, autism spectrum disorder, ADHD, and PTSD. And I have a stack of medical records to prove it. Combine all those legitimate diagnoses with the confusion of my auditory processing issues, and I have a real circus of a brain. As a baby, I appeared normal and healthy, but looks can be deceiving. According to my parents, I was always very hard to soothe. They rocked me to sleep, and I think until I went to kindergarten. I had an extremely narrow comfort zone. My mom would joke that I was like Goldilocks. Everything was too hot, or too cold, or too soft, or too hard, or way too loud. To this day, I have trouble calming down and going to sleep. My story began to intensify when I was 15. It was becoming very clear that I was not like other kids my age. I was suffering crippling amounts of anxiety and depression, and my autism just magnified everything. I used the attention I received from boys as a distraction, but in secret, I was still sucking my thumb. I cycled through countless problematic coping techniques and developed rituals in attempts to calm myself. I was pulling out my hair, picking at my skin until it bled. Psychiatrists prescribed me large amounts of various strong psych medications. The medications and the persistent anxiety made it impossible for me to concentrate. I could hardly walk straight, let alone make decent grades or plan for college. I tried meditation, aromatherapy, yoga, exercise, hypnosis, colonics, tinctures, acupuncture, cupping, and the list goes on. I was determined to get and feel better. I tried following everyone's advice, doctors, family, teachers, to countless strangers on the internet, but I remained an outlier and my suffering continued. There were no concrete answers. Treatments continued to the point that doctors labeled me a professional patient. That became my new identity. I became a yoga and Pilates instructor to try and gain some control over my body and mind. I took up pottery and painting to prove my worth and allow me to express everything that was inside me creatively. I tried everything to make a career for myself, to be normal. The breakdowns and meltdowns started happening more frequently. It became harder and harder to hide what was happening inside me from the world. Doctors told me that they had done everything they could for me. I realized that I needed to be my own advocate. I looked into many treatments, as my OCD caused me to research things endlessly on the internet for hours and hours at a time. I came across a procedure called deep brain stimulation and how it helped people with treatment-resistant OCD and depression. After years of research and a lot of paperwork, I finally got accepted to a world-renowned program and am in the process of preparing to move ahead with it. I would not have survived without my support system, my dad, my mom, Auntie Talia, and my little dog Monkey. They are why I'm here today. Having an invisible illness makes you feel so alone for so many reasons. No one believes that you are sick or have significant challenges. In my case, people quickly found out I was not the pretty porcelain doll that I looked like on the outside. I lost friends because I was too intense, had too many problems, or was not available for social events because I was going through a rough period. The causes of my pain and agitation were invisible to the world. People just kept telling me there was nothing wrong with me. You just need to smile more. Even though it is scary to leave myself so vulnerable, I'm telling my story in hopes that I can encourage others to share their stories too. There's freedom in revealing your truth. We must raise awareness and find ways to bond over our similarities instead of comparing our differences. This is how we will be able to end the stigma. We each need to continue fighting despite feeling frustrated and hopeless at times. Each of us has a unique and powerful voice. I am not invisible. You are not invisible.
Walking along the sun-paved road, I find myself far from home, chasing dreams and following my plans. Soles of my shoes are wearing thin. I don't think anyone's listening. If they did, they'd understand. Keep some of the good for yourself. Hold on to all the good that's left. There's always a chance to stand and be true. Believe in yourself the way I believe in you. Believe in yourself the way I believe in you. Today I wanted to stay in bed and never leave my warm, safe head. Forget about the things I said when I was dreaming. Such a long way from the start.